I genuinely think we should make it a new law that if a guy tells you he is single, you should be entitled to 5 minutes of unsupervised snoop time on his phone, and I'm going to tell you my why. So today, I'm sitting in a coffee shop, right, minding my business, doing my work, when all of a sudden I get a text from a number I don't have saved. So immediately I go and I check it, and I got a hey girly text, and I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck could I be getting a hey girly text when I'm not in a relationship, right? I'm not on Hinge, I'm not actively going on dates. How am I getting a hey girly text? Well, all of this leads back to 2 weekends ago when I was at Jackdaw, okay? And I'm making eye tag with this guy in the bar. Eventually we start talking, right? And the first thing that I ask this man, first thing after his name, his age, and where he went to school is, do you have a girlfriend? I look him dead in the face. I say, do you have a girlfriend? He tells me no. I then pivot, turn to his friend, and I say, is he telling the truth? The friend says yes, okay? That's not good enough for me. I double down. I say, is there anybody that thinks that they are your girlfriend? Both of them say no. Okay, so I give him my phone number. The conversation progresses, and he tells me that him and his roommate are going back to their apartment because there's like an apartment party happening. And he invites me and my friend to come. We're like, sorry, we already have plans. However, Liv is throwing a darty tomorrow. You guys should come, okay? So I get his number. Later on in the night, I text him the address, I text him the time, and I say, hope to see you. Okay, the following day, he texts me on my way. Okay, there's like an hour into the darty. I just get a text on my way. 15 minutes later, he shows up. He has 2 friends with him, okay? And I want you to understand that this man has graduated college, and I am in college, and this is a darty of me and my college friends. And there are endless things to do in the city on a hot sunny Saturday, okay? But he chooses to come to this darty. He and I are talking. My friends are all talking to his friends. He stays for 2 full hours. Like, the party moved from the roof to the apartment, and him and his friends came with, okay? He and I are talking, whatever. I'm thinking things are great. I ask my friends. I literally vet. I say, has he been texting anyone? They're like, no. I'm like, does he act a little sus? They're like, no. He seems totally fine, okay? So eventually he leaves. I'm still at the darty, and I text him, thanks for coming. He's like, of course, I had so much fun. Let me know what you're doing later, okay? So that's where he left it off. A few hours later, I respond. I said, I'm going to a birthday party right now, but tell me what you're doing later, okay? That's the last I heard from him. I think to myself, well, I must have just misread the situation. I got ghosted. Life goes on, okay? That brings us to today, when I got the text from the random number. Turns out that was his girlfriend, okay? So while he's doing all of this with me, he has a girlfriend, okay? And she texts me, she'd like see my TikTok, and she had kind of put 2 and 2 together, and she had confronted him. And she's basically just saying that like they were together when this was all happening. And I immediately am like, oh my fucking God, I am so sorry. Like, I promise you that I did not know he had a girlfriend. Otherwise I would have never done anything. Like, that is not me. I'm so sorry. If there's anything you need from me, any proof, anything, let me know. She's being incredibly nice about it. She's like, don't worry about it, girl. You're not the only one involved. Like, it's obviously on him, not you. There's no way you could have known. She's being so nice. I keep profusely apologizing. Eventually the conversation goes on. We're exchanging details. We follow each other on Instagram, okay? So I go obviously to stalk her Instagram because I'm a girl, right? What else am I to do? When I tell you my jaw hit the floor, this is the most sickeningly stunning person I've ever seen. I was like, how the fuck could we even be in the same league? Like, I'm not gonna put my looks down. I think I'm conventionally attractive. This girl was drop dead stunning, and I immediately was like, how the fuck is he gonna fumble this girl? Especially over me. Like, what the actual fuck? Come to find out that same night he came to the darty, and then he asked me what I was doing later, and it didn't end up working out. He went to another girl's house, not his girlfriend, another girl's house, and slept with her. He had like 4 different girlfriends going on all at the same time while in a relationship with this one girl and still pursuing other girls. And honestly, the bottom line is I do not know a single one of my female friends that would act like this in a relationship. I also don't know a single one of my friends that would support my friend in a relationship acting like this. Like, if my friend in a relationship tried to pretend she was single, I'd be like, absolutely not. We're not doing this, okay? Like, I ride for my girls, but not to that degree. I'd be like, hey, I'm not going to turn you in, but you need to stop what you're doing, and you need to reflect, and you should probably not be in this relationship. How him and all of his friends completely ignored the fact that he had a girlfriend, showed up to this party, lied to my face, and then also he was lying to the other girl the entire time. Like, it actually makes no sense. And I really do believe that as a single female, like, I should get privileges to go through a man's phone before anything starts, because it's just a colossal waste of time.